Hi! So, as you may have noticed, I have my mouth covered, and this looks really interesting. I decided to try out, and forgive me if I'm mangling this. I know it's been a while since I posted videos, but I decided to try, wearing a niqab, or niqab, or however you pronounce it. Again, I'm so sorry for mangling it. But I haven't worn this out in public yet. I was just trying to get a feel. This is a scarf that, because I don't need to do that. So I'm wearing this, but I don't know. But this is just a scarf that I bought at Goodwill. It's pashmina, $3. Awesome, love it. Clip, well, this is actually a pin cap. Because I couldn't find, I didn't want to damage the scarf, and it actually holds it in place. It's kind of like a bobby pin kind of thing, except not. I've noticed that this really irritates, like the whole mouth area, and over here it's just tucked in and secured with just one pin, and this is just one pashmina scarf. I like it because it covers my shoulders and my arms to some extent. I just have a plain white t-shirt on because, again, I'm experimenting. I do not know how people... I based this off a tutorial that I saw on YouTube, but it was kind of hard for me to do. A lot of girls will just pin, when they're doing this style, they'll just pin a piece of fabric here and here to the regular hijab, and it's just a mouthpiece, and then you can just lift it up. It's kind of hard to do that with like anything. So other girls just have a short little veil and they'll just lift it up. Other times it's actual headpiece that ties around the back, and then you put another scarf over it, which is interesting and cool. I have a couple of appointments and errands that I'm going to run tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to wear this just because it might be a little impractical. And I'm not sure how people react. And I won't have time to video or stop and get reactions, which I want to do. So I'll probably go to the mall, maybe Thursday. Oh yeah, and this is just a potato peeler. It's not anything major. Just peeling potatoes early, because actually today is the first day of Passover, and Passover goes on for 8 days apparently this year. So it's kind of cool. It kind of lines up with Easter. Interesting fact about Islam that I discovered today. In order to convert to Islam, the only thing that one needs to do is declare in front of 3 witnesses, I believe it's 3 times, it could be more, that there is no God but Allah, Muhammad is his prophet, and his last messenger, and some other things. And I thought that was really interesting. A lot of times people, like with Catholics, they have a bunch of classes that you have to go through in order to be confirmed. Same thing with Mormons, or even to some extent non-denominations, non-denominations, for instance. A lot of times you have to go through a class. With Islam, I found, just during research and stuff, that a lot of times you convert first and then you do the research after. Finding more about the religion, learning more. And honestly, I think that's a good way to do it. I think a lot of times Christians put a lot of emphasis on learning and knowing things in your head, but not necessarily in your heart. And for us, I think that's where things truly come from, is your heart. not your head. When the two line up, that's great. But, yeah. So, there's that. Interestingly enough, someone commented on my post about wearing the hijab at the first day of school, and for those of you who haven't seen it, I'll include a link below. But they said that I dreamed and fantasized of being a slut. That's not true. And interestingly enough, that reaction there was kind of the whole purpose of this experiment. I wanted to have people who didn't slut shame. And I just wanted people to be more socially accepting of different things. Because ultimately, we're given free will. We're given the choice to do what we think is right or wrong. And when people say only God can judge you, that's true. Only God should judge you. It's disheartening. I'm not gonna stop. I know what I am. I'm a beloved princess. I'm divinely created. I'm a child of God, and nobody can take that away from me. I may sin. I may do destructive things that are not good for my health or for the health of others, and that's perfectly fine. Ultimately, at the end of the day, though, it's not about me. It's about God and my relationship with Him. It's like a relationship with your parents. Hopefully. Hopefully, you're one of the many people who do have good parents. You aren't blessed with interesting ones, or abusive, or whatever, whatever have you. Whatever word you want to use for not right and messed up in the head. But the way a family relationship is supposed to be is your parents, even if you mess up, they're still supposed to love you. They're still supposed to be there for you, even if you mess up. Are there going to be consequences? Oh yeah, this is the natural order of things. A plus B equals C. It's been amusing, this experiment. I don't think I would choose to live this way every day. Modesty is a tricky subject for me. For some, I'm being immodest. I'm talking on YouTube, where potentially millions of people can see me, unescorted by a man. For others, I may be considered a shut-in, and I need to get out more and do more adventurous things. I don't really know. Sleeveless, I'm not sure where I am on that. Some people are weird about sleeves. I'm not really sure where I am on that one. A lot of people I know, they wear sundresses that have those little tiny straps, like the spaghetti straps, but then they'll put a white t-shirt under it, and I really don't find that classy. That just like speaks like, I don't know, like it's not really nice looking. I would wear like a shrug or a jacket or something over it, if you're trying to worry about, showing the shoulders. Sometimes, like yesterday, I wore a black silk top. It had a wider shoulder, but it didn't go over my sleeves, and it showed just, you know, the part like maybe right there. But it was still high up. It didn't expose any cleavage. And then I wore a long skirt with it. I felt that cut completely, that went down to the floor. I'm actually wearing it now. It's a really pretty houndstooth. $4, Family General. I like keeping my clothes under $5. But where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so for me, that was modest. Nothing, it wasn't tight fitting, it wasn't, I know, for me, that was modest, but for others, that was like a huge no-no. So, and in some countries, that could get a woman killed, but I don't know. Just wondering just about, you know, thoughts, opinions. What does modesty mean to you? What is a slut? Is it someone who sleeps around a lot, or is it someone who dresses provocatively, or, you know, what is it to you? Please feel free to leave your comments below, or you can message me privately if you prefer to remain anonymous. I've had a couple people do that, and I respect that. I think that's about it. This is kind of a rambling thing, not really planned out. None of my videos are. But yeah, I think that's about it. I will hopefully have another video of actually, like, I'm planning on getting, I was walking by a TV store the other day, and they had cheaters on, and they have these, like, little camera thingies, and so, like, for $20, and it's like you can put it on, like, it's like a size of a paper clip, and you can clip it on and stuff. So I might do that just so people can see what I look like. For those of you who are following me and are more religious, if you guys, here, I'm going to take this down now because it's getting really annoying. There we go. I feel much more comfortable. But for those of you, and it was really easy, all it was just a pen. But for those of you who are more religious, you guys know I'm Mormon. Kind of go back and forth. I struggle a lot, but I would say, for the most part, I do have a testimony of Jesus Christ and His Heavenly Father, and that's the important thing. But I've been fasting and praying for the last month or so. I haven't been continuously fasting, because I'd be dead by now, because I'm so skinny. But I've been fasting and praying. I removed a couple things from my diet. Like 1 week, I said no sweets for a week. Another week I said no lemonade, and I've been drinking a lot of organic lemonade, and so that was something that's kind of important. One time, another week, well, it was 2 weeks actually, I kind of fasted from, like, all social media, which was really hard for me because I'm kind of, like, addicted to it. Shh, don't tell anybody. But so I've been thinking, and I've been praying about getting my endowments out. I had been engaged before, and I had gone through a temple prep class, and the Mormon version, not the Jewish version, because Jewish version happens every Friday, but this happens whenever you want. But anyway, so I've been praying about that, and I feel like it's time. I will have been a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints for 2 years on April 28th. And that's kind of a huge deal for me. I honestly didn't think I was going to make it to 2 years, but it's been 2 years. Been a bumpy 2 years, but I had a good time. Been up and down, been struggled. I went through a period where I was really doubting. But I think it helped strengthen my testimony. Not a lot of people know really what goes on because I'm actually a pretty private person. But some things are happening in my family, and I honestly don't think I can go because of what the temple means to me. And we actually had, not too far from me, we had a new temple open, and I got a chance to serve as a tour guide. And that was a really unique experience for me. I loved it. I really did. I got to meet a lot of cool people. And I actually got to meet the new YSA branch presidency, or the bishop or president or whatever. I'm not sure really what the rules are for YSA branch, but it's very confusing. It doesn't have enough members to be a ward, but it has enough to be a branch. I don't know. It's confusing. I don't know what to call him. I just call him bishop. But I got a chance to meet him and go on a tour with him, and he really is a man of God, and he really did have a serving heart, and he actually reminded me a lot of my old bishop, and yeah, it was cool. I didn't know he was going to be a new bishop at the time, but I sensed there was something special about him, and we actually talked a little bit. But when they switched over, I wasn't sure how I was going to go about asking to get endowments, because I'm 20, and normally what happens is you either have to get married or go on a mission, and I'd been asking questions and stuff, and I felt like that really wasn't, that because endowments are a personal commitment between you and God, that it really isn't, that it really shouldn't be contingent on those two life events. I have heard of people going on missions without getting garments, which I thought was really interesting. It has nothing to do with my experiment. I just want to talk and hear things, hear feedback. I probably should have made another video. Oh well. But yeah, so yeah. But anyway, long rambling thing to just, I've got a lot to think about this week, and I would definitely appreciate prayer. If I look a little haggard, it's because I've got an overhead light, and now it's like, but I'm wearing no makeup. The only thing I did was just put a little eyebrow liner on, eyebrow pencil on, just because like right here it's like nothing, so I just filled it in just a little bit. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Anyway, like, subscribe, do whatever, feel free to leave comments about anything and everything. This is just my space to talk. If you have questions, I'll do my best to answer them. All I ask is that you just be respectful of others. It's the internet. You can say whichever we want, but just please try to be respectful. I'm trying to do that. I mean no disrespect to anybody by doing any of this. This is honestly just a learning experience. So, anyway, thank you, and happy Easter and Passover. So.